Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I'll wait for notifications to go out. Like always. Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. All right. I have myself ready. I'm feeling the color yellow lately. I've been feeling the color yellow for a while. Green juice on deck. Spring water on deck. We are ready to go. I'm cleansing for the next 2 weeks because my body needs it. And I met somebody recently who does this life even more than I do. And it's kind of serving as a mirror to me that I need to get my shit together again. Because he is so on it where I'm like, wow, I was like re-inspired to detox and like really live this life. So I'm cleansing for 2 weeks. But today's topic is quiz review. I feel like I'm in school. I feel like I'm a little tutor. Not a teacher, I guess a teacher, but a tutor. We're going to go over some quiz review from today's quiz on my stories. I've gotten really good feedback that you guys enjoy the quizzes on my stories. So we're going to review the answers and learn some stuff. So I have questions for anyone who didn't see the quiz on my story. We are going to go over the question and then the options and then the answer. Okay. So here we go. I love this. Also, can you drop in the chat if you've watched my stories? Did you guys take the quiz yet? Put a 1 in the chat if you took the quiz on my stories already, so I can kind of know what we're dealing with here. Put a 1 in the chat if you took the quiz on my stories already today. Okay. Nope. All right. Well, that's why I'm going to reiterate the questions. So we're going to learn a lot through the answers. We're going to learn a lot from the demographics of the answer we got, how many people chose right versus wrong. We're going to learn a lot. Okay. So for any of you guys who don't know, I put random quizzes on my stories. This says Monday quiz time. Okay. I put random quizzes on my stories sometimes. The reason why I do this is because I learn the most from making a mistake and having it corrected. I learn the most from being posed a statement, able to ask a question about it and hear the response after I pick an answer or pick a wrong answer. I don't know why it has always resonated with me to learn from being corrected. I really learn quickly when I'm corrected. So here we go. Question number 1. Which is a mucus-forming food? A, citrus, B, spinach, C, rice, D, bananas. Most people answered rice. Good. Mucus-forming foods include grains, meats, dairy, sugar, caffeine, pastas counts as grains, breads counts as grains, all of that. So rice is definitely a mucus-forming food. In order to detox the body, you need to reduce mucus-forming foods and eventually remove mucus-forming foods for a period of time. Do you see my statement? A period of time. Okay? The second highest response to which is a mucus-forming food was bananas. And I put that answer in there on purpose because bananas are considered a starchy fruit. Because bananas are considered a starchy fruit and are a little bit more dense, people will assume that they're in a mucus-forming food and immediately demonize them on detox. Bananas don't have to be demonized on detox at all, okay? There are short periods of time where you can go without starchy fruits like bananas and dates in order to drop into a higher level of detox, but we do not call them a mucus-forming food and we do not demonize them for an entire detox process. Okay? So that was question number 1, y'all. We had 279 responses correct. Amazing. That was 50% of the people got it correct. Question number 2. This is all about natural fiber clothing. Which of the following is not a natural material? A, cotton, B, satin, C, linen, or D, hemp. So we have cotton, satin, linen, hemp. Which of these is not a natural material? The answer is satin, okay? That's kind of irrelevant because I wanted to teach you guys through this question which of these are natural materials. Cotton, linen, hemp are all natural. And then we have bamboo. Good. You guys already know the answers. Perfect. I feel like my chat is a little bit delayed from what I'm saying out loud. But y'all know the answers. Good. Okay. Cotton, linen, hemp, natural occurring materials. The reason why natural occurring materials are relevant is because they are not plastic and they do not suffocate the skin and they are not synthetic materials. The body can breathe through natural materials. Cotton, linen, hemp, even bamboo if we kept going, okay? You notice a big difference when you completely shift the clothes that you're wearing. I know it's a lot to go cold turkey and revamp your entire wardrobe, but I did that, you know. Once I learn something, I go 130% into it and I do not look back. So natural fiber clothing, this, honestly, it's so funny. I am such a fraud, guys. I'm wearing a Champion sweatshirt, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, as I'm telling you guys to do natural fabric clothing. It's so funny. However, I will say the only thing that I do not adhere to that by is athletic sweatshirts. Because, you know, I'm an athlete at heart. I love my sweatshirts. I love my hoodies. I have some organic cotton ones. They just don't hit the same. They don't fit the same. So that's what I'll say about that. With natural fiber clothing, you are supporting the skin as an elimination pathway, especially your bed sheets. Natural fiber bed sheets, because you're sleeping in that and sweating in that at night, I would recommend as well. If you have curly hair, silk pillowcases, I recommend as well. Okay, good. Next, what treatments don't support the skin? We have A, wearing natural fiber clothing. B, moisturizing with coconut oil. C, dry brushing. D, sweating. Which of these doesn't support the skin? Wearing natural fiber clothing, moisturizing with coconut oil, dry brushing, and sweating. The answer is moisturizing with coconut oil. Now, when I had this question, the amount of responses I got to this question was ridiculous. Because everybody and their mother has been told to moisturize with coconut oil, right? Everybody and their mother. Now, coconut oil is beneficial for human bodies that naturally live on the equator or around the equator. Coconut oil is naturally more drying of the oils. So unless you live in a tropical climate that is humid, it is going to feel drying to your skin in the environments you live in if you're really up north, right? So coconut oil, drying in the wrong environment, okay? In terms of oils, jojoba oil matches the production of our body's sebum. That is our oil, sebum. Jojoba oil molecularly matches sebum. So if you want to oil your face, jojoba oil is the best oil for your face in particular. You can use it on the rest of your body. Apricot seed oil is also amazing. Amazing for moisturizing the skin. You want your skin moisturized by these raw organic oils. There's no need for lotions. There's no need for shea butters, which are super, super heavy. There's no need to be suffocating the skin when these oils will do it beautifully and nourish you perfectly. Jojoba oil, apricot seed oil. I know, like, you guys know my face, but like my skin here, right? This is like really glowy down here when I'm usually on live. It's because I moisturize with apricot seed oil every single day. Every single day. Out of the shower, immediately oiling my body. From neck to toe. Everywhere. Everywhere. Females, oil around your yoni, okay? Hey, I've heard to use skin oils to not shower. It's almost been a month, but the smell is getting bad. How long between showers? I do not avoid showering. Why are people avoiding showering? You don't have to avoid showering if you just replenish the oil in your body by using oil. Oil around your yoni, yes. Oil around your yoni. The thighs, right? The thighs, top. Not necessarily in your yoni. I'm not telling you that. I said around. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Why not use apricot seed oil in your face? Because it's a little bit more heavy than jojoba oil. I'm somebody who naturally breaks out. You guys know my lymph is pretty stagnant. My face is the place where I don't want any excess. So apricot seed oil is so amazing for the body. Jojoba oil is so great for the face, in particular because it's lighter. But you can use jojoba on the body too. So yeah, you guys, I have not heard of this thing of using oils instead of showering. You can absolutely shower. If your shower, you hear me saying you guys can absolutely shower. The internet is crazy. You guys hear what people say on the internet? You can shower, okay? I shower. I'm a hippie, right? But I shower. And as long as you're not scorching your body with ridiculously hot water at every single shower, that's going to naturally dry out your skin. Especially on a detox process, when you have acid coming out, that's naturally drying already. And then you're going to scorch your body with crazy hot water, drying it out even more. And then you're not even understanding that you have to oil your body. It's just dry, 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 dry. Coming out, going on you, dry all the time. So getting accustomed to room temp and then cold blasts in the shower and then oiling right after, your skin will glow. I know I don't use my face as an example, but y'all kind of see, like, you know, I got a little glow to me naturally down here, especially down here is where I can flex the most. Like that has a nice sheen to it naturally, you know? Okay. I drink from a water hose, walk barefoot, don't shower. Real help. Just kidding. Love your lives. You got my lymph moving. I'm happy you sent a second message, Adam. Just kidding. Not that that's bad, but like, I'm just saying, I'm still in the matrix, you know? I'm still in a house. I don't drink from that. I don't drink tap water or hose water. Okay, next question. Which is not a direct sign of lymphatic congestion? Also, I will say something about my quizzes. A lot of them have not, which are not, because I wanted to try to teach you guys I want to try to teach you guys more. When I put 4 answers there and I tell you which one is not, that tells you the 3 other ones are correct. So the 3, you're getting 3 for the price of 1 question, you know? And some people have gotten mad because multiple choice questions, like, I kind of do it like school. Which one is the best answer? I understand why you better not be using coconut oil on your face. Sarah, don't even say that comment to me when you missed the whole last 2 minutes of the live. Don't say all that to me. We know. You missed the whole spiel about coconut oil. Anyways, that was my esthetician, guys. Definitely not using coconut oil on my face. Would never do that. I don't use coconut oil on my body. I don't use coconut oil ever. I don't own coconut oil. Anyways. Which is not a direct sign of lymphatic congestion? A, skin issues. B, breaking fingernails. C, white pigmentation in the iris. And D, lack of sweating. We had a lot of split answers for this question. Which is not a sign of lymphatic congestion? Which is not a direct sign of lymphatic congestion? That means skin issues are a sign of lymphatic congestion. That means white pigmentation in the iris is a sign of lymphatic congestion. Okay, I'm going to show you guys an example of that right now. Got to get some irises for you. Got to get some eyeballs. I should have had some ready, but like, you know, we can't be perfect. Okay. If any of you guys have blue eyes, you can see this. If you have brown eyes, you can't see this. Okay, so blue eyes. Can you see this iris? I'm sorry, the angle is going to be off. Oh, this is kind of nice. That's better. Okay. This iris, you see how there's white, kind of white circles around the edge here? They kind of look like little beads around the edge there. And in general, it kind of looks like there's like white fibers. Okay. That's what it looks like. Those white beads around the outside, the very concentrated ring of beads around the outside, that white pigmentation in the iris shows lymphatic congestion. Skin issues show lymphatic congestion, and lack of sweating also shows lymphatic congestion. Now, breaking fingernails was the other option there. We had the same amount of people answer breaking fingernails as they did white pigmentation in the iris. So the correct answer was breaking fingernails are not a sign of lymphatic stagnation. Now, I say are not with some nuance, because if we really think about it, we could say this. Lymphatic stagnation causes layers of mucus to be on all of your systems. Every tissue of your body has layers and layers of mucus on it with lymphatic congestion, because the lymphatic fluid runs throughout the entire body. This can halt absorption and delivery of minerals. Okay? So technically, lymphatic congestion can relate to breaking fingernails. But breaking fingernails is directly related to lack of minerals. So whether you're not eating enough minerals, whether you're not absorbing enough minerals, and whether minerals aren't being delivered, it's rooted in minerals. However, it is related to that lymphatic, but it's not a direct. It is kind of a direct, but it's not always that. It's not always a lymphatic thing, okay? It's a lymphatic thing if you really think about it. So lymphatic congestion, skin issues show up, white pigmentation in your iris, and lack of sweating. Next, short answer question. What is the best way to support the lymph? Y'all in the chat, if you didn't answer the short answer question yeah, it was a trick question. I like that you noticed. If y'all didn't answer the short answer, can you put in the chat right now, what is the best way to dang it, I gave away the answer. What is the best way to support the lymph? I was also going to wear these on my live today because we were in school. We're in school, so I was going to wear some glasses. We're in school right now, quiz review. But you can see the ring light response. You can see the ring light reflection, and it's kind of annoying. Actually, but if I'm looking down, it's not bad. Am I seeing answers in the chat? I'm seeing move, I'm seeing exercise, Yes. The number one way to support the lymph is to not be sedentary. Move your body is the number one way to support the lymph. And the reason why this is because the lymph does not move on its own. The lymph does not have its own pump. Ooh, we have someone say fasting or dry brushing. It can be even simpler than that, my friend. Moving your body is the best way to support the lymph. Of course, there are other modalities, of course. Let's see the other answers I got. We see fasting, we see dry brushing, we see massage, drainage, rebounding, sauna, fruit, detox, stretching, herbs, drinking water. We see all of these. Number one reason, number one way, movement, simplest one. Doesn't require anything added to your body, doesn't require anything being taken away. You're just moving. Okay? That was a good one. Next. Which of these foods can you not have on detox? I also got somebody in a little challenge on that one. Which of these foods can you not have on detox? I want to hear what you guys say in the chat right now. Bananas, dates, potatoes, maple syrup. Which one can you not have during detox? Bananas, dates, potatoes, maple syrup. Okay, I see one answer. Just one. Amazing. We have two. Two correct answers, potatoes. Three correct answers, potatoes. Good. Second runner-up answer to that was maple syrup. So y'all can absolutely have maple syrup as a sweetener. Maple syrup, honey, and dates are your sweeteners during detox. Use them up. Use them up. The reason why we do not consider potatoes on detox, but that does not mean potatoes are not part of a healing lifestyle. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. Healing, big category of healing, way up here. I wish I had like editing and pop-up. Healing splits into cleansing and nourishing. Two phases. Cleansing, nourishing. Cleansing, nourishing. Or building. I should say cleansing and building. All of these nourish you. But cleansing and building. Cleansing and building. Healing, big category. Cleansing, building. Potatoes are not part of the cleansing phase. That's what I'm talking about. Potatoes are not on the cleansing phase. Even if you're cleansing from parasites, question mark. So I've heard that Medical Medium has a potato cleanse. If you guys have seen yourselves passing parasites on that type of cleanse, tell me, please. If you actively have experience, rather than just listening to somebody say that. Because that's what's important here, guys. I am not somebody who regurgitates information that I hear. I am someone who learns from people, applies it in my body, and then I speak it out of my throat chakra. Because I have to know what it truly means in my body to be able to explain it to you guys. So, in my experience, potatoes have not been effective at cleansing parasites. Also, guys, if I'm like itching myself on this live, it's because I was eaten alive by mosquitoes. And you know what's crazy? When I'm in a very like deep detox phase, my body won't respond to mosquito bites. Right now, I am not in a deep detox phase at all. I am not in a deep detox phase at all. Excuse me, the chosen one. Why are you making comments saying you only date white guys? I don't remember the last time I dated a white guy. Not that I'm opposed. Not that I'm opposed, but that was a random comment, it seems. Anyways, guys, let's get back on track here. So, potatoes, I have not seen it. I know Medical Medium has a potato cleanse. You guys got to tell me your experience and embody it yourself and see if you actually see parasites, because I see parasites coming out of my body all the time when I cleanse. And I don't use potatoes on detox. Active detox cleansing phase, we don't use potatoes. And the reason why is because potatoes are starchy. Potatoes are starchy, and when we're cleansing, we also consume a high amount of fruit and greens. But fruit, when you're higher in fruit, you want to be careful while consuming a ton of potatoes, because potatoes and rice and bread and all those things, those are starches. Starches plus fruit feed parasites and fungus. Okay? Starches plus fruit feed parasites and fungus. Fungus in particular. So we need to be discerning of the balance of our diet and what it looks like. Okay? Now I'm not saying a small amount of potatoes in a normal detox lifestyle is going to throw you over the edge and start feeding parasites. No. If you're detoxing and you suddenly have potatoes, it's not the end of the world. I'm saying regular consumption, you know? Even like once a week consumption of potatoes does not put you in a detox phase. Because we wouldn't have bread that often. We wouldn't have rice that often in a detox phase. Do nuts feed them? No. No, but you have to make sure you're consuming your nuts correctly. Next question. Which of these, I said which of these foods can you not have on detox? The answer was potatoes. Now, which of these foods can you have on detox? Sourdough bread, wild rice, eggs, hemp seeds. Which of those can you have on detox? Sourdough bread, wild rice, eggs, hemp seeds. Ooh, good question. How often should we eat starches or any at all? Good question. So it depends, where are you at in your life? I don't know where you're at in your life. Yes, you can have starches. I'm not telling you to avoid starches. I'm not saying that. We have different phases of life, and there are different foods in different purposes, right? So for example, if you're in the thick of a detox process, you don't want to consume starches because you're actively trying to rid the body of excess. You're trying to ease up on digestion. Starches are harder on digestion, right? Now, when you are building your body up again, when you come out of detox, when you're not actively on herbal tinctures, when you're not doing a ton of crazy shaking up and you're rebuilding your body again, great, have some starches. Wild rice, quinoa, black rice, some potato. If you choose sourdough bread, I haven't had sourdough bread in a while, but if I had bread, it would be a local sourdough bread. Absolutely. What is your view on raw cacao in detox? Yeah, it's cacao. Great. It's raw cacao. What's the argument against it? Thoughts on apple cider vinegar? Apple cider vinegar can be beneficial for an acute period of time. What are the best herbs for weight loss? The best thing for weight loss is changing your diet. Notice how I didn't say herbs. The best thing for weight loss is changing your diet. Caffeine is the reason for cacao? Okay, I wouldn't have it later in the day. And you don't have it in abundance either. You know what I mean? It's like the excess is what becomes the problem. The excess of anything is what becomes a problem. See what I mean by that? The excess of anything. If you have raw cacao on detox, I'm assuming it's like once in a while. Cacao was acidic, I thought. Okay. I wish I had more juice for this. Cacao was acidic, I thought. Honestly, I might have to get into that in a second after the quiz. Let me write it down. Because I've been learning a little bit from another peer of mine. And he completely blew the waters wide open for me about that acid alkaline stuff. Okay? Actually, let me talk about it right now. Let me just talk about it right now. Okay. Now, I have a podcast episode or a long form podcast episode on my YouTube right now. A conversation between me and a friend of mine named Mikael. Okay? Now, before I met Mikael or talked to Mikael, I was touting and explaining the acid-alkaline lifestyle. Acid versus alkaline. Okay? And I was like, it makes sense. Acid and alkaline makes sense. It does. However, there are a couple of things we need to understand. First of all, the acid-alkaline dynamic. The reason why detox is high in alkaline foods is because when the body is in an acidic state and you flood it with a high amount of alkalinity, you restore balance to some degree. Okay, so if we're starting, here's balance. Here's all of our bodies. Acid. Here's where we want to be. Balance. We don't want to be here. This is alkaline. This is extreme alkaline. And we have extreme acid. And we have neutral. We are all here. Extreme acid because of what's naturally happened to us in society. The goal is not to get us here. Do you understand this? This is also a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. Can you guys put a 1 in the chat if you're following me so far? Also, my hands are massive, by the way. Sorry. We want to be here at balance. So when we're way down here and we go on detox and we go high alkaline foods, plant foods, naturally high in alkaline, we flood the body with a ton of alkalinity to bring us here. Because when you flood way up here, it's not going to bring you way up here because you're starting way down here. It brings you here. Do you see? You flood the body with high amounts of alkalinity. That doesn't mean 100% alkaline foods all the time. It's alkaline or die. That's not what that means. High amounts of alkaline foods to bring the body back into balance, because what the body wants is balance. And if you look at an acid-alkaline chart, why are tomatoes considered slightly acidic? Why is cacao considered slightly acidic? Right? Why is quinoa a little bit, well, that makes sense. I shouldn't use that as an example. Right? So Mikael, back to Mikael. Mikael posed a question to me and goes, what makes something acid or alkaline? Now I have the whole podcast episode is on YouTube right now. It is, go to youtube.com/@detoxtori. Go subscribe, by the way. Go subscribe to my YouTube. There's a lots of live content coming because I'm doing Detox Tori Live, right? So, Mikael asked me, this is all recorded for you guys, so go watch it later. What makes something acid or alkaline? My response, before I really thought twice, was pH. pH. When something has a pH, it makes it a pH of X whatever number. It makes it acid or alkaline. Now, Mikael posed the question then to me and goes, all right, what is pH? I go, okay, pH stands for potential for hydrogen, so it relates to the amount of hydrogen in something. Okay. Now, guys, you're probably going to have to go listen to that podcast episode because it's like so deep. It's so deep. Now, let's explain. This concept of pH, okay, means potential for hydrogen. How much hydrogen is in a food? How much hydrogen is in a food? Okay? Now, hydrogen is truly the only element that exists. Every other element is chains of some type with hydrogen at the root. We can't have anything unless we have hydrogen, okay? Now, this concept of acid versus alkaline was established based on when you burn something. Okay? This is how pH is determined. When you burn something and it leaves behind an ash, is that ash alkaline or acidic? Is the ash left behind alkaline or acidic? Okay, are you guys following me? This part is so science heavy right now. So science heavy. I'm really hoping I'm explaining it well enough. If you guys are not understanding at all, please put in the chat that you don't understand, because I can reframe, because it only helps people. Guys, let's act like we're in school. There are no dumb questions. There are no dumb questions at all. Okay? So let me regroup with that one. If we're talking about acid versus alkaline, what does it mean for something to be acid versus alkaline? First response was pH. According to the pH number, it makes it acid or alkaline. Well, what is pH? pH is potential for hydrogen. How much hydrogen is present in that food? Okay? Now, pH is actually determined by when you burn something. This is how they determine acid. Actually, I shouldn't say this is how pH is determined. This is how this alkaline acid chart stuff is determined. When you burn something and you have an ash left behind, is that ash alkaline or acidic? Okay? Now, what's left behind when you start burning everything? What is the only thing that is left behind when you start burning everything? Pigments are not left behind. Antioxidants are not left behind. Enzymes are not left behind. Think about a cooking process. You're destroying all these things. But the one thing that is not destroyed, the one thing that is left behind, which they now test to see if that ash is alkaline or acidic, the one thing left behind is the mineral content. The mineral content is what is left behind. So your ash, you don't burn off minerals. It's not possible. You don't burn off minerals from something. What's left behind in that ash is a certain dynamic, a certain cocktail of minerals. And that blend either becomes alkaline or acidic. Okay? That is actually what alkaline and acidity is. So if we really think about it, it's truly the minerals that matter. At the root of it, it's the minerals that matter. Which is why on the alkaline acid chart, you have leafy greens all the way at super alkaline, because they're the most mineral dense. This makes sense? So it's not really an acid-alkaline thing. It's not really this law that's set in stone where you have to have 100% alkaline all the time or you can't detox. Because cacao has extremely healing benefits. Raw cacao, when you burn it, apparently the mineral content blend is a little bit more acidic. I guess, if that's truly what their argument is. I don't know where their argument is coming from that cacao is acidic. However, cacao is so potent in minerals. Think about it. People take cacao. Women crave cacao on their cycles for a reason. Think about that. Magnesium, irons. The pigmentation of cacao is such a deep, dense pigment, nourishing to the body. The thing that really matters is minerals. So I don't really know sometimes when people are like, I need to follow 100% acid alkaline chart all the time, 24/7, or I can't detox my body. It's more like, oh, can't we have a little more balance than that and just agree with this concept of flooding the body with more alkaline foods, which are higher in minerals, which is what's making them truly alkaline. And because they're actually raw, you also have the antioxidants, you also have the enzymes, you also have the pigments in place, you also maintain the hydration. Can we agree that that's the thing? Instead of all of this jargon? too acidic, too acidic, too acidic, too acidic. When it's raw cacao, when things are bananas and dates and tomatoes. Acidic is different. Acid alkaline is different. If things are mucus forming, that's different. Breads, meats, high amounts of starches, that's different. Mucus forming and slightly inflammatory is different. This person, look, just said, ACV is acidic, but good for you. pH isn't everything. See? See? Apple cider vinegar is amazing in an acute way to help bacterial imbalance. When people are dealing with stomach bacterial imbalances, apple cider vinegar is incredibly beneficial for a short period of time. There are certain months where you tap out. You can't do it forever. You know what I'm saying? Short periods of time. But in this acid alkaline detox world, alkaline or die, alkaline or die, alkaline or die. They lose sight of the benefits. They lose sight of the true benefits of these things that we live coming off the earth with this acid or alkaline when they actually don't even recognize what acid or alkaline means. Now it generally applies pretty well. Generally it applies pretty well. But the reason why I'm saying these things is because people are coming out with eating disorders. People are not recognizing that some of this stuff is beautiful imbalance. People are thinking that leafy greens are a problem. People are obviously thinking cacao is a problem. People start to think dates are problems. People start to think all of these things, cooked food is a problem. This is like, and I'm talking about for the very extreme people who have got caught up in the narrative of like alkaline or die. Alkaline or die for healing. It doesn't need to be that way. That's what I'm trying to point out right now. That was a long tangent, guys. That was a very long tangent, y'all. That concept would make my detox/healing process a lot easier and maybe even attainable. Exactly, because do you know what happens when you're 100% fruit and you start to hate your life and deplete yourself? Is the mental isn't there. And when the mental's not there, you can't heal the body. Which is why the concept of balance, the concept of understanding the truth behind something that is acid and alkaline, understanding the truth behind what it even means when someone says that, understanding that the pH thing isn't even an indicator of what's determining acid or alkaline. It's the minerals left behind after you burn something. So when you're not burning something and it's fully raw in its natural state, you're getting X times, 10 times, 100 times the benefits from just the minerals that they're determining acid or alkaline on. You're getting antioxidants, you're getting enzymes, you're getting pigments, you're getting hydration. All of that is beneficial to the body. Wow, guys. Damn. That was some shit. I went through a detox and doing my own research gave me so much relief because it doesn't have to be so complicated. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. They're making a lot of posts about greens and oxalates to scare people away from them based on one study. Yes, they are. It was a study about an older woman who already had kidney problems. Greens are a major game changer for your healing. And unfortunately, if you are brought up in the narrative that greens are a problem, you probably haven't experienced it in your body first. I guess it depends your level of illness with the elimination diet. I see that when people are dealing with big diseases, it's recommended to eliminate to accelerate the healing process. Yes, let's talk about this. Ooh, guys, I put my phone down from the quiz to talk about this. It depends on your level of illness with the elimination diet. I see that when people are dealing with big diseases, it's recommended to eliminate a lot to accelerate the healing process. Most people who I speak to on Instagram are not practitioners helping people. Most people that I speak to on Instagram are functioning enough to work and hold jobs and be on Instagram. Right? Right. So people who are dealing with extreme illness, cancers, crazy autoimmune, If they have guidance, they can go a little bit faster. If they have guidance, and if they are using all the pillars of detox the right way, which I'm doing a webinar on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. How to Detox Successfully Every Time is the title. How to detox successfully every time. Going through the 3 pillars of detox. Did you sign up yet? If you didn't get the invitation to sign up, you need pre-registration to have access to that webinar. So DM me the word. What word? DM me the word webinar. That's fine. DM me the word webinar if you have not gotten an invitation to that session on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. You need private access. It is a private webinar. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. If you are on extreme illness, if someone's in extreme illness, it is likely beneficial to go faster. Right? It is likely beneficial to eliminate a lot, to speed up the healing process, because they are in dire need. When people are not functioning, when people are hooked up to hospital beds, when people are hooked up, not able to walk, not able to, in wheelchairs, not able to do that, yes, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. With guidance, if you do it the right way, there's still a level of balance that's required, and you need all 3 pillars of detox, which I'm going over on Wednesday in a private webinar called How to Detox Successfully Every Time. Boom. Mic drop. If you did not get an invitation to that webinar, DM me the word webinar. You need private access and to register beforehand. That's a real important one. DM me. If you put it in the comments right now, it's not going to do anything because I can't DM you right now. So you have to DM me directly. Okay? So yeah, it can be beneficial if you're mentally there, if they're mentally there, if you are somebody who's maybe a family member who's able to support and understand what you're doing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because ultimately, truly, if you think about it, on a detox process, I eventually get to those levels. I eventually get to fasting levels. I eventually do all those things. But it's everything that comes beforehand that matters. Versus chronically ill people, of course they'll benefit from going faster. They can't walk. But for people who are normal functioning humans in life and want to maintain a mental state of balance and clarity and confidence in their bodies and not depleted, this approach is perfectly fine because nobody's going to drop dead tomorrow. We've done it this long. I've had chemo in my body this long. Balance to maintain the mental peace, to maintain a mental environment that is conducive to healing. This is fine. This is actually ideal. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Quiz. All right, this is another one that people got a little angsty at. Which of these is not likely a root cause of acne? Which of these is not likely a root cause of acne? Now, when I do these quizzes, it's very similar to school. It's like, remember the multiple choice questions that are like, choose the best answer. Because kind of every imbalance in the body can be a root cause of acne. However, let's see what the best answers may be. We have lymphatic congestion. That's definitely a contributor. We have liver insufficiency, the inability for the body to process down chemicals and eliminate them from the body. That's what the liver is responsible for. Lymphatic congestion is accumulation of all those things stuck in the systems trying to purge out the skin because the lymphatic system is right underneath the skin. And then we have kidney weakness. Kidney weakness is the kidneys are a key place where the lymphatic system dumps out of, right? So lymphatic, liver, and kidney all need to be functioning in order for elimination to occur. Your bowels too, I could have added that to that list. Constipation, also a problem with acne. Absolutely. Now there was one final thing on here called mineral depletion. In my eyes, mineral depletion is not necessarily a root cause of acne, right? Mineral depletion, if you restore minerals to the body, now the argument of acne talks about hormonal acne, right? Actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, there's a lot here. Yeah, there's a lot here. There's a lot with this one. When people talk about hormonal acne, actually, guys, I'm going to reframe everything that I just said. I'm going to say ignore everything that I just said, because I agree that the way this question is, I don't like it anymore. Because mineral depletion can be a root cause. Also equal to the lymphatic congestion, but I'll explain why. I'll explain why now. So, when people talk about hormonal acne, and this is why I'm changing my take on this, because someone posed this to me earlier today, which I liked. Hormonal acne, rooted in the glands of your body, right? Your glands run off of minerals. So if we have an imbalance of hormones in the body, the root cause of that problem is potentially mineral depletion, or we have lymphatic waste on top of all your things, but minerals are the root cause. Yes, I'm changing my answer to that question, now that I'm finally speaking it out loud. And you see, honestly, let me point something out. Don't be afraid to change your opinions. Don't be afraid to change your answers. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid, because when you are finally talking things out loud, like you guys are hearing me out loud in real time. Earlier today, 8 hours ago, I said mineral depletion may not likely be a root cause of acne, as I was making this quiz pretty quickly. But when we really think about it and talk through it, oh yeah, there's a component of hormonal acne which people claim is a root cause, when in reality the hormones are from the glands of the body, and the glands of your body run off of minerals. So in order to restore balance to the hormones, you restore balance to the glands. You see how this all just, earlier today, I didn't even have that on the top of my brain. But I say it all the time in lives. I didn't even. See that? And now here we are. Boom. This question. Tori, bad question. Don't be afraid of that stuff, guys. Don't be afraid. Because we just talking it through. Look at me, learning from mistakes live in real time. Learning from mistakes live in real time. That's exactly how I learned. Now I'll never forget it. Ever forget it. Ever. So that was a bad question. Sorry, guys. Trick question. Next. Oh, we talked about this already. Which of these oils is most suffocating to the skin? We already talked all about coconut oil. Okay. Last question. Actually, let me pause. Let me go to some questions in the question box. Don't get pigeonholed. One of my favorite quotes from you. Yeah, don't get pigeonholed. You guys are seeing it in real time right now. Don't get pigeonholed. Oh, so many questions. Oh, these are questions from my story. Oh, that's dope. That is dope. There are no actual questions there. Okay, final question that I had on my story was, how do you build up the body on plant foods? Optional answers. Eat high fat, which includes avocado, nuts, and seeds. Eat high starch. Also, guys, sorry, I'm itching my leg. That probably doesn't look that great on live. I'm itching my leg because the mosquitoes killed me. How do you build the body up on plant foods? Eat high fat, eat high starch, eat enough calories, supplement protein powder. Supplement/protein powder. The answer is not to eat high fat. Avocado, nuts, and seeds in excess bog down the lymph. Eat high starch. That includes a ton of potatoes, rices, and breads. Those are inflammatory when in excess. I know it's easy to gain weight on those things, but there's a reason why it's easy to gain weight on those things. Eating enough quality calories. Ding, 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 ding. Eating enough quality calories from fruits, from greens, balance with fats, balance with potatoes if you want them. Enough food is the key. Volume. To build the body up. Volume with enough minerals. Oh my gosh, guys, the mosquito bites are wild. What do you think of colonics versus enemas? They're both awesome. One of them costs you $100 each session. The other one you can do right in the bathroom of your own house for free. Both are great. Both have a time and place. Both have a time and place. All right, y'all. That was all the quiz questions. You learned along the way. I learned along the way. So you can eat fats on detox, but not a lot. Correct. Women in particular of fertility age needs fats. Ooh, Natural Farmer. Good comment. What happens to your car if you don't put oil in it? Now, I'm not going to say consume oil. We're not talking about fats in the form of oil. We're talking about naturally occurring fats in moderation. Avocado, nuts, and seeds. That's what we're talking about. Put ice on my bites to stop. Ooh, thank you, yes. Honestly, I have to ice my whole legs then. I got to just put myself in an ice bath. Florida mosquitoes are no joke, and I like am outside walking way too much, and they just eat me alive. I guess I could wear pants. I should just wear pants. All right, y'all, those were the quiz questions. So we talked about a lot. We completely addressed the acid-alkaline problem. The acid-alkaline problem. I still have these glasses on. Y'all are going to have to go rewatch this live for all that, because that is crazy. Tori, can you please touch base on rotating your greens? Yes, I can. Let us touch base. So, there's an argument that greens are not good for the body because they have oxalates. Okay? Now, yes, plants have some level of defense mechanism to them, but the body can naturally handle the small amount of oxalates in each individual green because everyone has their own individual one. They all have their own individual defense mechanisms. The body can easily eliminate and pop out whatever is not needed when you are not overloaded with a certain type. So rotating your greens, the reason why we rotate our greens is because we want balance across everything. Now the study that was done talking about oxalates is one study, an older woman who already had kidney issues, and she did a green smoothie detox, whatever, only using spinach. She was not rotating her greens. She already had kidney issues, and she was completely overloaded on one thing. That is what this whole oxalate issue is being written on the back of. But when you read the book Green for Life, and then you actually experience greens in your body, and you actually experience rotating your greens so we have no kidney problems and no backup of anything because nothing is in excess. Excess is the problem. Balance is never a problem. Okay? That's the thing about rotating your greens and oxalates. The book Green for Life. The book Green for Life is amazing if people want to learn more. Great. Sorry guys, my laptop is right over here. All right. Any one of my one-on-one clients of me and Haley, I have updates coming for you guys. Anybody in the Detox Circle, Inner Circle, I have updates for you guys. I'm about to send off a lot of video DMs to y'all. If you are not in my free community, the Detox Circle, I would go do that now because it's giving you access to me in another way. I'm doing Detox Tori Live. That is my new format where I can offer free coaching as long as you guys are okay with your face being recorded, and you can come and ask questions for free in a Zoom room live. So access to Detox Tori Live, free coaching, questions directly from me, guidance on your situation directly from me. Access is in the free community, the Detox Circle. These calls are completely free as long as you're okay with showing up on camera. All the instructions, all the rules, all the etiquette to join Detox Tori Live is in the Detox Circle. That's the first thing I have to say. Then the next thing I have to say is I am doing a webinar on Wednesday. On Wednesday night, a private webinar that you can get access to if you DM me the word webinar. This is called How to Detox Successfully Every Time. This is going over the 3 pillars of detox. Whenever people come to me and they're depleted after detox, it's because they are missing one of these 3 pillars. So I'm teaching it in a webinar format, privately, in a group setting where you can attend and watch that live. But you need pre-registration for that webinar link, okay? It's going to be in a presentation format. We're getting a little formal. We're getting a little formal over here. So DM me the word webinar if you want access to that. That's Wednesday night. Other than that, Detox Story Live is tomorrow night. That's when I go live on Instagram and have the Zoom room open and have the camera and have all the content going. It's all the bells and whistles, but you guys can get that for free. If you want your questions answered, that's the opportunity too. I go on for an hour and a half pretty much and see how many people we can get through, and it's completely recorded. And then it's going to be posted on YouTube. So if you want to flex and say you're on YouTube, great. Better for both of us. But one of the last Detox Story Live is going to be posted potentially before the end of the week. Yeah, I'm working on getting it edited. All right, y'all, this was a lot today. That was a lot of updates. Thanks for listening to the updates. We have webinar, we have Detox Story Live. Go get into the Detox Circle. There are courses on courses on courses in there for you guys. Yeah, I think that's everything. That's everything. How to detox successfully every time. That title goes crazy because it's exactly what you need to hear, because I've learned from my mistakes and way too many people's mistakes. If people come to me after they have detoxed themselves the wrong way, it is because they are suffering because they did not have these 3 factors. These 3 factors are essential. Will Wednesday night be on YouTube? No. Wednesday night is completely private. Wednesday night is never going public unless you pre-register for the access to live or recording. That is never being put out anywhere. Not on YouTube, not on Instagram, not on nothing. Private registration for Wednesday night. How to detox successfully every time. Private. Jake Steaks, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back, Jake Steaks. Are you going to advertise for your grass-fed beef today? Anyways, yeah, Wednesday night is completely private. You got to register. DM me the word webinar. You got to register. All right, good question. That was a good question. Thank you for allowing me to clarify that. Any other questions you guys have about updates from me? No more health questions right now. You can ask me health questions tomorrow night on Detox Story Live if you show up on Zoom. You can ask me health questions there. And then Wednesday, if you want to learn the 3 pillars of detox and how to detox successfully every single time, Wednesday night, DM me the word webinar. Okay, I think this is everything. Thank you guys for listening. Have an amazing rest of your night. Jake Steaks. This really is unfortunate that I have to block Jake Steaks. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I just can't. I can't. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Recording of this live, going over the quiz questions is here, and updates from me. So rewatch, and we also debunked the entire acid alkaline problem. So go watch. I would love to join your Zoom. How do I get the invite? Good question. Let me take you guys step by step on how to get the invite to join my Zoom for Detox Story Live. This is how to get access. You can DM me the word live. I'll do this for you. I was going to give you the whole step-by-step process, but I'll just make it easy. Actually, I'll say both. DM me the word live if you want access to Detox Tori Live. What that's going to do is I'm going to send you an invitation to my community platform called the Detox Circle, which has all the calendar of when I'm doing Detox Tori Live, and all the Zoom links are in there. So if you guys DM me live, I'm going to send you access to the circle, and then you can see everything. If you want to get to it on your own without DMing me the word live, which you could DM me the word live for a shortcut, go to the link in my bio. If you scroll down a little bit on the link in my bio, there is a section called, you'll have to scroll over, called the Detox Circle Free Community, and you can click on that link in my bio, and then it automatically takes you to the page where you can log in and see everything. So you can do it on your own. You could also DM me live for a shortcut. So if you want access to Detox Tori Live, DM me live. And if you want access to Wednesday's private webinar, the recording is going nowhere unless you pre-register. It is going to your email or you are attending live. If you're attending live, you will get exclusive access to detox protocol and coaching from me and my team moving forward. You'll have exclusive access on how to get in on that if you show up live at the lowest price point, if you show up live. If you don't show up live, there will be a recording. You will still have access. However, I got to reward the people who show up live. So if you show up live, you will have access to detox protocol with me and my team, curated by me at the lowest price point if you show up live. If you're not able to show up live, the recording will be sent out to you. You still need to pre-register and you'll still have access, but I reward people who show up live and are able to show up live. Okay, that's everything. That's everything. Sounds good, y'all. Have an amazing rest of your night. Peace.